Bagfuel, baby.
Ooh, Bagfuel. It's a real good addition right here. Y'all gonna enjoy this episode. Heineken on the set right here.
ESSO, everyone see sounds official in the building. And we got special guests today from Queens. Queens represent the South Side, of course.
Fly Ty, y'all know that it's QGTM. Let's go.
All
right. I'm gonna claim Queens today because this is gonna be big Queens episode.
Big Queens
episode. So
That's a fact.
I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm closer to Queens
That's
than
a
any
fact.
other
It's
borough.
close. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? We cousins.
No
Fly
question.
Ty,
That's
man.
a fact. We definitely is.
So for the people that don't know you and don't know the stuff that you've done, take your time and just tell them why you're here, what you come from, what you're doing right now.
Well, you know, SO from my hood, man. You know, that's my brother, man. You know what I mean? I just like what you're doing with this whole Bagfuel thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of people have been trying to get me to get on podcasts and all that, but that wasn't really my thing. You know what I mean? But you know, it's different when it come to family. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
So that's what got me here today, man. But you know, like I said, my name Fly Ty. I'm from Queens. Right now, I'm currently the vice president of A&R Epic Records. Okay. You know what I mean? One of the biggest, hottest, not one of them, the hottest record label in the motherfucking world.
Oh, is Tony the hottest right now, you saying?
The hottest.
Whoa, that's
Epic.
Epic
Over everybody.
That's
Epic
a
over
big
everybody.
statement, Ty.
Epic over everybody, baby. I've been there now.
Sound like you cracking a few budgets, man.
Yeah, I mean, let's get to it, man. So I've been there for like 5 years now.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you, man. I got my own label as well, Against the Grain Entertainment. I got a joint venture with Epic for my label as well with my artists. You know, and you know, we just working, man.
Didn't you sign Scarlett?
Yeah, we was definitely fortunate enough to bring Scarlett to Epic. You know what I mean? You know, Scarlett is special, man. She's different. Her energy is different. Everything about her is just like different. I feel like she's what music been missing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cause it's everybody talking about, you know, shaking their ass, this, that, and the third, but she's talking some real shit. And people think like that Get the Fuck Out New York record, the record is hard, but she got 10 more records harder than that.
What's it gonna take to sustain her visibility, her star power? Because, you know, SO and I, when we speak, we're seeing artists get one single and then we forget about them in 3 months.
Right.
And
We're from 6 months.
We're from the era, one single, you lit for 2 years.
Yeah.
So in the microwave that we in right now, they could forget about Scarlett in 5 weeks, bro.
Nah, there ain't no forgetting about her. We about to put another record out on her called No Statements.
Bang.
The record is fucking bananas. Bananas. Remember, y'all heard it here first.
Let me ask you a question about Scarlett. Everybody right now that signs an artist with their record jumping already, they usually force that record. Why'd y'all take her different? Because y'all didn't force that record. Y'all let it do what it's gonna do, and then y'all coming with another record. Is that because of foundation?
Nah, I feel like with an artist like Scarlett, man, you just gotta let her do. Like we don't come in to try to change her. We come in to try to enhance what she's already doing.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's essential to keep it organic. You know what I mean? When you start trying to make them go this way, shit that they not comfortable with, that's when it always go left. You know what I mean? So it was just more so like, just let her be who she is. She's a superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all learn that from the Joe Budden situation? Because what y'all don't know is he was involved, him and his brother.
Well, my brother, I was in jail. I was in jail.
Oh, you was in jail at that time?
Yeah, I was in jail for that whole Web and Nitty era. I was away.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to Joe Buttons too, man. But yeah, so with me, it's just more so, like I said, man, just keeping her true to who she is, man. You know what I'm saying? And just letting everything else just play its course, you know?
How does a guy who was locked up, how many years were you locked up?
I was locked up 15 years. I locked up at 17, came home at 32.
And how are you at Epic Records? And I'm not saying that because it's impossible, but you did 15 joints.
Right.
Niggas been out here their whole life.
Nah, for sure, man.
There's niggas that's been freed that's still interns.
Right.
Is it from former relationships?
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
I mean, really just from like, you know, keeping my ear to the streets and just being outside, man. You know, shout out to my brother Zeke, man. You know, he brought me over there, man, and you know what I mean? And we just been building.
Okay.
We just been building over there, man. You know, he's definitely the realest that I ever met in this industry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like you said, too many people don't take a chance on somebody like me, you know what I mean?
Because, you know, a lot of the times it ain't to be nosy about what you went through. It's more being inspirational for people to hear. Yo, he did 15 joints. Boom.
Right.
You hear.
Right.
So that's why people would like to hear what type of work it came in to make it happen.
They can't do the work. Why you always trying to
No,
try
I'm
to
just
tell people
not
to explain it?
fuck
These
the label.
90%ers ain't doing the work,
It's
even
not
if they hear it.
Even the 10% might hear a little gem like, oh, I could crack through.
Street niggas make the world go round, okay?
I understand
the
that.
music business is full of street niggas.
But he could have an interesting story to be like, hey, I met this person, I applied this.
Well, no, definitely. I mean, at the time, it was more so like, yo, who was hot in Atlanta? You know what I mean? As far as like, that had their ear to the streets.
So you in Atlanta now?
And two people, yeah. Okay. And two people came up, me and my brother Ruggs, you know what I mean? And, you know, I owe a lot of what I'm doing to him as well, you know what I'm saying? But me and him came up, but he don't do music. So it was more so like, you know what I mean?
Let Ty do it.
Who else you gonna get to, huh?
Like, why'd you get into music? Like, why was
I mean, I'm from Queens. Like, that's what I grew up around. You know what I mean? Like, I was the first one to ever get on the album from jail. I was on DJ Clue, the Professional Part 2, when he was on Rockefeller. I was like the first one to do that. Then everybody else started doing it after. But I was like the first one to do that because I used to rap. You know what I'm saying? And I was even rapping when I came home. Like, I got a gold record called Large Bag with me, Offset, and Jadakiss. You know what I mean? I got joints with French Montana, OT Genesis. But at the time, I was like, I felt like my impact could be more if I stepped behind the scenes and you know, did the executive thing. Because I got all the relationships, you know what I mean? So I feel like the relationships would be more valuable, you know what I mean? And I'm not 19, so it's like, if I'm gonna be rapping forever, nah, I can't do that.
But do you think that your rapping helped you build the relationships that you have? Because we know creative niggas come together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you in the studio with Jada and Offset and all the rest of them, and then you want to transition to business from there, they'll be more inclined to fuck with you because they know you on a creative level.
That's a fact. I think you know, I'm a firm believer that, man, we all a part of our life experiences, man. You know what I'm saying? So like everything we go through make us who we are today. You know what I mean? That's why that's how I try to look at things. Like I don't try to regret too many things that happened in my life. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if I remove one segment, I might not be where I am today.
So what's your next plan? Because you got Scarlet, and you just trying to make this the biggest label out, or what's your personal plan?
I mean, if we're gonna look at reality, let's look at reality. Epic is really like, bro, we got 21 Savage, we got Travis Scott, we got fucking Future. Like the biggest artist in the game is signed to Epic.
But you got other labels that sign. You got Universal,
you got
Ice, you got Drake.
Yeah, you got all of those.
You got mad niggas over there too now.
Yeah, the competition is there. But you know,
you got mad niggas over there.
I totally agree, but I'm, you know.
Because your man's on tour with Drake.
I just feel like we the hottest.
Your man's is on tour with Drake. You know what I'm saying?
21 on tour with Drake right now.
Now
I caught the first 2 shows at the Barclay. They was crazy. Did y'all get to see the show?
I didn't see nobody. Nobody deemed us important enough to give us enough passes for everybody.
Oh, for everybody. Nah, but they've been on some bullshit with them passes.
And you know,
they've been on some real bullshit.
A few people have been saying that.
So I heard. So if he could have gone with somebody, he wasn't gonna leave me and Ghost behind. And when I could have went with people, I didn't want to leave them behind because they need to see us together.
Unified.
So if we got to
sacrifice,
make
the dream work.
There you go. So we got to sacrifice for the unit. Then that's what we got to do. We'll catch Drake. Now I saw Drake at OVO Fest last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd rather be in those type of settings to be able to build with niggas than to just be backstage when I don't have a real relationship with them yet. You know what I'm saying? I like to build first and then continue to build them from there. That's how it works.
What's your foundation for looking for stars and artists? Like, what?
To me, man, I'm just like I always look for what's different. Like I don't want to like with my country artist, right? And he's going crazy right now. But what I did was we created a whole new genre with this with his music. Because he's a country rapper, but I took country rap and put it over trap beats. And we termed it country trap. Right? Jamie Ray. That Boosie just posted something about him yesterday. They just did a record together, but like he going crazy on a 30-city tour right now.
Really?
Like going crazy.
He down south?
Yeah, he's from Florida. He's from Polk County.
Oh, so he's doing the Southern Circuit first.
He's hard though. No, but he's like his last record, Cowboy Gangster, like the video at like over 11 million on YouTube. Like this kid is moving.
Okay.
Moving.
Okay.
And like we in a whole different lane with him. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like that because he's signed to my company, my actual company, through Epic. But the thing about it is like I ain't got it. My man QC Pete told me some real shit. He said when I signed him, he said, bro, this is something special that you got. He said, because you ain't got to worry about all these niggas hating on you. Because you're not in a lane. You in this country, you in a whole different lane. You ain't got to worry about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's really true, man. You know what I mean? It's really true. So
what happens if he crosses over, like Lil Nas X had to cross over?
I mean, shit. If he crosses over, that's even better.
That's more money.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But you know, one thing about that type of music, man, it sustains. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years from now, people will still be coming to see him live at shows. You know what I mean? Like like it's like with rap is a little different, man, because they try to say like you just got like a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? While you hot, and then once you done, you done. You know what I'm saying? And we see that, like you just were saying earlier, we see that all the time. But with like country music is a little different. Like they you know what I mean?
I don't know much about country, man. I'm gonna keep it flat.
That's 50 years old right now, still selling out tours.
Yeah.
That been doing this shit for 30 years.
But isn't that white music? Because rock and roll dudes is selling out.
At 70.
Pop. Rick Springfield had one record his whole life, and people don't even know him. He's still selling out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's 70 years old.
It's definitely white music, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I feel like all music is created through us. You know what I'm saying?
But why do we give up on our stars much fast? Why do you think we give up on the stars that we have faster than the different cultures?
I mean, I think, man, it got something to do with our attention span, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like we be on you for a minute, and then once you know what a lot of artists do, and I always say this to their own default, like they'll put out music, right, and then go 2-3 years without putting something out.
Who the hell's doing that right now, Ty?
What?
Waiting 2 to 3 years to push it out beside Kendrick.
A lot of Kendrick.
But Kendrick
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Like, artists don't really like a lot of them. They go, even if it's not 2 to 3 years, even a year. Like I tell my artists all the time, you shouldn't, nigga, don't go 60 days without putting out a record.
Just put out something for your people.
Put it out, bro. You know what I mean? Put something in the market. You got to keep music in the market. That's how you're gonna stay. That's how you're gonna stay relevant and stay on people's minds.
But the quality diminishes when they do that. To me.
I mean, I don't necessarily feel like the quality diminishes. A record is a record. You know what I'm saying? Is everyone ain't gonna be a hit, but at the same time, it's still a part of your catalog. You get what I'm saying? Like every record ain't gonna be a hit. Every record Drake drop ain't a hit.
You want to be solid in what you dropping, because if that's your catalog at the end of the day.
Yeah, but when you're a new artist,
a bunch of duds that just.
No, not a bunch of duds. We ain't gonna put not a bunch of duds. We ain't even shoot. We ain't even shoot.
We not even his hand up.
Nah, we ain't shooting for no duds. But what I'm saying is this: when you a new artist, bro, it's like you trying to build a fan base, right? So in the course of building a fan base, you trying to bring people into your world to get to know who you are, right? And you want them to know who you are through music, right? So if you go 6 months, 9 months, a year without putting something out, guess what you do? Guess what I'm gonna do?
I'm moving on.
I'm gonna move on to the next artist.
Moving on.
I'm gonna move on to the next artist, and then if they do the same shit, guess what? I'm gonna move on to the next artist, because it's definitely no shortage of artists. We all know that.
Yo,
you feel what I'm saying?
There's an abundance of artists.
When those people take 2 years old, like Travis Scott, he's coming back out now. There's an abundance of fans ready to go.
Right.
but his fans is a
Travis-
wider
and
pool.
Travis-
Built it up by doing an album once a year.
Yeah, but his pool is way different.
He go longer than once a year. I think the last time he put a project out, it might have been about 3 years.
He got in trouble though, remember?
Yeah.
He got in trouble with the festival.
At Astro.
So he had to chill for a second.
He had
you know
a
what I'm
kid
saying?
too.
But then we are talking about people who are super established. We're talking about J. Cole, who at one time was putting out mad music like Ty said.
Freestyles.
He was but this is
trying
what he's talking
to build
about.
a fan base. You know what I'm saying?
This is what he's talking about. But then when you get to a certain point, then you got people really watching you, like we talked about. Now they watching you.
Yeah, they want to see.
Now
what's
you got to
next.
be more careful and more strategic with what you're putting your stuff out with, because it's bigger money that they're putting into you now. because you done came out 2 or 3 times. Remember, we had talked about the budgets. They don't want you to be a big star because if you keep coming out, the budget gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
But also too, like hip hop is only 50 years old. So now Method Man being the age he's at, that's the first time we're seeing a 50-year-old rapper look like that.
Right.
We're growing now. As you can see, when he does a show, he's gonna have his audience come. It might not be a younger demographic.
Right.
As when hip hop gets to 70, I think we're growing into the fact of seeing our stars who we have an emotional attachment to get to the point where rock and roll is at where, oh, all right, if X was 70, I think people would have came out and seen him. That's still DMX.
I'm being funny, but when X was alive, he was doing shows, people was not supporting X. And I'm keeping it real. They was not supporting
in the later
X.
part of his career.
In the later part. Because me and Clue did shows with X in parties. And they were not coming. Even when we go to Nipsey, Nipsey could not sell out as SOBs here before he died. But when he died, everybody wants to run and support him. They're not supporting our black artists. They're not.
DJ Cassidy just had an event over the weekend. Sold out. It was nothing but artists older.
Took a whole bunch of them.
I mean, we got to build up.
Cassidy got a wave that he started from Corona.
Of course.
It's just like D-Nice. Whoever jumped on the Corona wave, we came up in Corona.
Yes.
I came up in fucking Corona. I'm not going to cat while everybody wasn't working. This dude right here was like, we're going to work and we're going to develop clips and we're going to keep coming. Pause.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how people started to take notice of us because there was nobody else in the fucking market putting out
How about this?
content.
What's the fine line of oversaturating an artist's creativity without like burning them out?
Right, that's a good question.
As you're an artist, you're executive. Understood. You've been in the streets. You understand. You've seen multiple angles. How do you keep an artist from burning out and putting out trash for the sake of being consistent?
I think that's all gonna come down to the people that's around him. His team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, as a team, that's what we there for. You know what I mean? Ain't no yes man. Ain't no what's name. Yo, this ain't it.
But you know, Ty, let's be real. Ty, let's be real. You know niggas got mad yes men, Ty.
Right.
Those are the ones that they keep around them.
They definitely
feed the ego.
They definitely do. But it gotta be that one or two people in the crew that's gonna be like, nah, this ain't it. See, I that's me. For my team, that's me.
That's me too.
I go to the studio because I own a studio in Atlanta, right? So I go in the studio and my artist is in there all the time working. And they'll play some shit. They'll be like, yo, this shit crazy. You gotta come listen to this shit. And I'll listen to it and I'll be like, it's cool.
It's cool. They get mad as fucking when I do that,
but,
bro.
But you know,
because they know
if it's a hit, you're gonna know my energy.
Yeah.
We gonna go crazy. I'm pulling my phone out. I'm doing all types of shit. If it ain't it, it's cool.
It's cool. Is the Cool record the one you put out in the 60 days? Is the Cool record good enough to put out?
I think it depends on the record that we put out before it and the record that we put that's gonna come after.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you gotta look at all of those. You gotta look at all those variables. You know what I mean? Because if you put out, say the record you just put out, it had some type of success, right? So now you're gonna think twice about the second record you're gonna put out. See what I'm saying? The record that's gonna come after that, because it's like, damn, this shit got to at least
live up to
quality wise. It got to at least stand up to this.
Yeah.
You know that's where a lot of artists go wrong at too. You know what I mean? Because they'll put out their hit, and then you got to understand when you get a hit, right? We never know it's a hit until it's out.
That's the standard, though.
But once you get a hit, the thing is you got to come right back with a hit. If not, it's like
you're finished.
You finish. And I've seen that shit happen
like you
many times. Yeah, it got to be something outside of music that's gonna keep them.
If they like you, then they'll give you a little more budget. They'll reforecast you and give you a chance to do another record with somebody else, and we hope that hits just as hard. Pause, girl.
But we've spoken about this from the era of the 90s to the 2000s. Dudes would have 3 hits ready to go.
Right.
They'd be like, all right, these 3 gonna work. These 4 are gonna work. We know what it is. We've done the test market. Now it's like, all right, 1 goes and it's like, we're scrambling now. We're behind the 8 ball.
It's more artists. It's more artists. It's cheaper to put them out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then it goes to the whole thing. Power. Like, do I want Fly Tie to do 3 singles. You would think the record label would want that, right? But me doing marketing on I can't say the label, but me doing the marketing at this one label,
I understand.
you saw the label head told me 1 single, not an album, 1 big single they got paid the bills all year for the label, a single.
For sure.
Okay?
It's like that time.
So
That's why that's you never heard the saying, one record could change your life.
this is what I'm saying.
Catch one, it'll change your life.
So why do I need Fly Ty to give me 3 records? I'd rather fish, if I'm a label with all the money, I'd rather fish for artists and keep all the power to myself. Y'all gonna be hungry. You gonna be under my beck and call now because you're gonna need money. That 1 hit's gonna run out. You're gonna spend the money. It's not enough to put money to the side and let it grow.
Right.
I'm in power. But now if you come back with 2 hits,
Now we talking about something.
now Fly Ty coming in talking crazy now. Like, yo, I'm the biggest shit in the world.
Right.
Give me more money. Now it's a totally different play now.
And then also, you know, these labels,
Whole different
they
conversation.
got PTSD from Cash Money when they gave him that deal, and everyone's like, okay, what they did, what Master P did, Dame Dash watching them in the videos wilding, and they're like, are we gonna let Fly Ty and SO be the next ones? We couldn't even handle these dudes. More of them is coming.
No, but the thing about it is, you definitely what you're saying is right, but the part you can't leave out is all of those people, all of those companies made the majors
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
money.
money.
You right.
A lot of money.
It was
You know what I'm
it was different work the niggas was putting in. See, they not putting in the work. The Dame and Hove and all. Niggas, yo,
They just to get in the car, man, with a fucking motherfucking a million fucking flyers going from motherfucking borough to borough, posting them on it. With niggas don't
with champagne attached
yo, bro,
to it.
it's not even a street team no more.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a street team nowadays?
This is what I'm saying. So
There's no street teams no more.
it's a different day and time. And then what the labels did was they adjusted to what was going on. Because it
The
was
internet changed a lot of it too, though.
because
And streaming.
Because it was going too crazy that the label couldn't grab onto it. It was like, this dude's popping up out of here. This one's raping the record. You can't buy it. You can't sell music. Until they solved that streaming and bought the money back, now they could get a grasp on people because I keep telling y'all, they got the behind the door deal where they get damn near 79%, and the money you're getting is only 21% of what your streams is doing. Pay attention.
What's the benefits of streaming and what's the negatives?
The benefits?
Yeah.
I mean, the benefits, you ain't got to go in the store and buy the album.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to make a trip nowhere.
You ain't got to make no trip nowhere. You know what I mean?
Immediacy.
I don't really, me personally, I don't really see no disadvantage to streaming.
People have, complained that, it's so easy to put out music that the quality downgrades. Because before you had to really go to a studio, be with an engineer, cut
I mean, you still got to do that now. Remember, the streaming is just distribution.
Yeah.
So you still got to make the record. So everything that you had to do before it was streaming, you still got to do it now. You still got to go to the studio. You still got to record. You still got to get an engineer. You still got to do everything. It's just now once the record is done, it's just an easier way to get it out to the market through streaming. You see what I'm saying? But you still got to take all the steps you do to get the record that you had to do before streaming was a thing.
But before
streaming, right, is the numbers really.
When you
The
say
payout.
Is the numbers real?
oh, the payout is horrible.
welcome to the music business. You never know if the numbers is real. There's no way to find out.
But you can, back in the day, you could have physical copies, you know what I mean?
No, that
doesn't-
was also
Yo, bro,
manipulated.
bro.
No,
Let me explain something
That
to
was
you.
That was manipulated.
Let me explain something to you.
Big time.
There's no way for you to know whether it was hard copy or not. I got my shit. They would tell you 900,000 were broken. How the fuck are you gonna know?
Right.
There was no way for them. There's still no way for you to track what they doing technically. You have to go to a forensic.
I'm talking about the artists that you put out themselves, that's independent, that do it themselves, that know.
How you know they're telling the truth? How you know they're telling the truth, though?
Wait.
My fault goes.
I want to hear what he's got to say.
I'm not talking about the majors. I'm talking about the people who put their music on streaming as an independent artist. Like, yo, I want to.
Independent artists streaming is totally different than signed artists. I explained that to him coming home.
That's the gripe they're having with the numbers.
Welcome to the music business. That's why.
Yo, bro, I tell people all the time, man, the music industry is worse than the streets.
Yeah.
And I can say that
Jesus.
because I've been in both. You know what I'm saying?
It's a man that did 15
Yeah,
years.
like I've been in both. Because I'm gonna tell you the difference. In the streets, somebody violates you, you do what you gotta do. It's consequences. In the industry, somebody violates you, you can't react like you would in the street because you're gonna be done.
What were some of the adjustments you had to make going into the industry that you were like, this ain't the streets no more? What was some eye-opening experience?
I had a lot.
Like I know you can't say all of them, but like,
Yeah,
or like something you was like,
just you know what I mean? Like sometimes, you know, I always had my problem was I always just reacted without really giving it a lot of thought. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And you can't. That's something that I definitely had to work on. You know what I mean?
It cost you?
Yeah.
Shit, it cost us all.
I mean, huh?
It cost you. It cost me. Why you acting? He asked questions like he don't know. Did it
No,
cost
I'm just
you?
saying we
Nigga, you know it cost
I know.
you.
We building it out. Like, what did it cost?
Nah, that shit it cost a lot, man. A lot.
Like, what's something you like? Damn, man.
Yeah.
You say yeah.
I got a question about the beats before I ask my biggest question. Pause. Right? The beats. When you telling these people to put out the records in 60 days or so, right? Are the producers getting paid when y'all doing that shit? Or y'all just throwing it out and if it works, then you pay the producer?
Nah, I mean, it depends. First of all, it depends on what producer it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the producer's big, they gonna want that money. You know what I mean? But most times, like if it's a producer that's just coming up, they just get they'll get their 50% of the record.
Okay.
You know,
that's
what I'm
how
saying?
y'all doing. Just
Unless
give them the
or they might ask for something like up front, like, you know,
Couple
$2,000.
dollars.
Yeah, something like that, but nothing crazy.
Crazy. All right.
But now, and if it's a major producer, you know what I mean? They want
Then
some-
you're not
they want some-
inclined to
they
even
want
throw
some
it
more
out.
money.
Yeah, you want to see what's up.
You know what I mean? Like you can't. Shout out to my brother Metro. That's my brother. Can't just go to somebody like
That's
Metro.
his favorite producer, Metro Boomin.
For real?
He
to
argued
my
me
brother
down. He argued me down in the car that Metro Boomin is bigger than Hit Boy. He's not bigger than Hit Boy.
Definitely bigger than Hit Boy.
Hell no, Ty.
Absolutely, he's definitely bigger than Hit Boy.
Hell no.
You can't even put Hit Boy and fucking
How
Metro
do you
in the
say
same-
that?
You can't
Tell
even
me
put them
that.
in the same conversation.
How do you say that?
Bro, you know the records that this guy got, man?
Hit
You know
Boy
the
got
records he did?
records too.
He got records, but he don't got those type of records.
What records he? Okay, what's those type of records? Tell me
you
one.
know he did most of the weekend records, bro.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Bro, you talking about Metro Boomin?
I didn't know he did most of the weekend.
Yes, bro.
Okay.
Metro, like Weekend's biggest records, Metro produced them, bro.
I know he just did this last one, the remake and all that, but I ain't know.
And that's his record. First of all, let me just tell you this. First of all, he's bigger than the most artists. Period. If you go to Spotify right now and pull up Metro Boomin's monthly listeners, I bet you he got more monthly listeners than 80% of the artists in the game right now.
I'm gonna check you out, Metro Boomin, today.
80%. That's a big number. I'm saying he got more monthly listeners than 80% of artists in the game today.
I gotta check that out. As
pretty
soon as
big
we
team.
leave here, I'm checking this out, yo.
I'm to show you.
You got Drake record? Yeah.
Hit Boy's big. I fuck with Hit Boy too, but it's just
It's level.
Metro's a different conversation, bro.
So I'm trying to tell him you don't listen.
I still don't agree with y'all.
He said he don't listen.
I still don't agree with
Look
y'all.
how many monthly listeners he got, bro.
59 million?
Monthly listeners.
That's a lot. Of
Not-
freaking-
Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say he got more monthly listeners than 90% of the artists in the game. The biggest artist.
59 million is a lot of freaking.
Name an artist. Let's just do it. Name an artist that you think. Who?
He said,
Go
pull
to
up.
Hit Boy.
Hit Boy.
Let's go see. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Man,
Let's see.
are you kidding me, man?
Nah, it ain't no. It's no comparison.
Hit Boy got 2 million monthly listeners. This nigga got 59 million.
That's a lot of listeners.
I'm telling you, he got more. I'm saying, name the biggest artist you could think of right now. Just name them.
I don't.
Who's hot? Ice Spice. Let's see what Ice Spice doing.
I bet you he got more than Ice Spice.
'Cause she got
He should have more than Ice Spice. If she got 59 million right now,
It's
crazy.
crazy.
And she's big.
Let's see what Ice Spice has compares to Metro Boomin.
35 million.
Man, that's a lot of listeners.
He got damn
Ice
near
Spice.
double. That nigga Metro different.
Metro Boomin.
He got more than Future.
apologize.
No, but I'm just saying that's just the start.
I apologize, Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Ghost was right. I'm not a perfect man.
Future got 49 million. He got 10
more than
million
Future.
than Future.
Metro Boomin. Humble apologies. My bad.
Yo,
Now-
Metro Boomin wants some more.
Yeah. Now, my thing to you right now, Fly Tie, is you know what I gotta ask you right now. What's going on, right? Mad controversy with you and with Nicki Minaj.
Ah, man.
Tell me what the issue is. Tell me what's up.
I'm gonna just say this, man. I don't really want to get too deep into it, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna just say this, man. You know, I definitely acted out of I was in my feelings. I was a little drunk outside in the club, you know what I mean? And nah, for real, man. And I just, I just was in my feelings, man. I acted out of emotions, man. Something that's totally out of my character, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely shouldn't have did that. I was 100% wrong for doing that because at the end of the day, no matter how I feel or what I may feel, like her and my brother's family. You know what I'm saying? So, and my brother got mad at me over it. Nitty got mad at me over it. All my, they's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You tripping? And then when I sat back and really thought about it, I said, I'm bugging the fuck out. You know what I mean? So I was definitely wrong for that, man. You know what I mean? But that's family business, man. They whatever they go through, like my brother said, me and her argue all the time, and we talk the next couple of days, and it's nothing. But I should have never brought the world into anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. By doing that shit on social media, man, I'm definitely disappointed in myself. I was 100% wrong for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Ty,
That ain't how you operate. You know what I
before
mean?
we started, you say you don't like doing these podcasts.
Yeah.
A lot of people clickbait, and a lot of times it's built on controversy because
Right.
Right. Let's spin it. How can we rectify this? What do we think is the first step to bridging the gap between you and Nicki?
I don't think it's nothing. And then I don't not only that, I was wrong for pulling Zoo into it too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely wrong because he ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? He ain't had nothing to do with that shit, man. But like I said, I was in my feelings and just tweaked out. You know what I mean? But I was wrong for even bringing him up into it as well. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Because that's his wife. You know what I mean? So
Of course.
regardless to what she say or how she feel, he's supposed to stand with her. That's his wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a
But
fact.
I should have never definitely brought him into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I found out later how everybody's so tied. I didn't know that people that I'm tied into is tied in the Zoo and Nicki just from being queen. Because people, they don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Until this occurred. So
Yeah.
I understand where
A lot
I
of my
understand
brothers
where
is
you
really
was coming
close with
from.
it. And not only like a lot of my friends, like, Bloody, my man Kyle, but my brother himself, you know what I mean? Him and Zoo, he look at Zoo as family.
Yes.
Zoo look at him as family. You know what I'm saying? So it was just overall just some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that I just, I should have never did. You know what I'm saying?
We all get emotional about our family, so I understand where you was coming from, but I think it takes a bigger man to actually come on camera and apologize and be like, I did something wrong and I want to make it right.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing about me, I never been a yes man. So it's just like, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, no
And when
doubt.
I'm right, I'm going all the way about it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And that instance, in terms of bringing it to social media, I was 100% wrong.
What do you do to keep your emotions in check?
Now,
Because when people from the heart, it's tough.
Right.
You asking them not to breathe.
Right. I mean, you just got to work on it, man. You know what I mean? But I feel like we all a work in progress. Ain't
Of
nobody
course.
ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I mean? We all a work in progress, man. But I definitely got to do better though. You know what I mean? That's how I end up getting jammed up, going away when I was 17 years old, acting out of emotions. You know what I'm saying? And just not thinking before I acted. You know what I mean? And ended up jamming myself up. You know what I mean? So I should definitely know better. You get what I'm saying?
no doubt.
But you live and you learn, man. You know what I mean? But I'm a man, so I can say, if I'm wrong about a situation, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? And that's that.
People say family, but people watching this camera, like him, his brothers, his man, they really go back with Nicki as kids and young niggas outside. So this ain't somebody that's just like talking, throwing that brother, sister shit around. This is real talk, and people coming up here with real talk, solving their
And
problems.
appreciate it, because you didn't have
Right.
to speak on it.
Nah, definitely.
And I appreciate you coming to speak to us on Bagfuel about it, because it just creates a whole lot of synergy, or how I speak about Queens and how Queens gives Heineken so much love.
A lot of Queens niggas have helped me in the industry.
Nah, for
More
sure,
so,
man.
even though I'm from Brooklyn, like
Right,
from
right,
Fifth,
right.
Russell Simmons,
Right.
so Clue, with so many. that looked out for me. Like I'm forgetting a whole lot, you know.
Right. Nah, Queens, man, you know.
It's something in the water. I keep telling everybody.
Queens to the death of me, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I tell niggas all the time, man. I was repping Queens before it was fashionable to be from Queens, you know?
Yeah,
What's summertime
was
like
I.
in Queens, from your perspective? Come on, let's.
Summertime in Queens is like, I mean, I like to look at Queens as like we in a world of our own. You know what I'm saying? It's like we different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure everybody feel like that about their borough. You know what I mean? But you know,
Eastborough was
they're
different.
Queens,
The
baby.
one thing I've always said, on a street level, I don't know how Queens niggas do this. Something can happen to y'all, and y'all get y'all lick back, and y'all never talk about it. Never say nothing. Y'all let the world think, yeah, they got one over us. And y'all wait 20 years. I've seen dudes like, oh, you thought I forgot.
Right.
Y'all don't. Brooklyn niggas gonna let you know they did the work.
Right.
Bronx niggas, all Queens niggas be like, I didn't do shit.
Cause we
Whole
cool.
block wiped
Yeah.
out.
What you talking about, huh?
What you-
Niggas is
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Something happened.
First time I met
didn't even
Esso,
hear
I
about
told him that.
shit.
I said, he's like, how you know that? I said, every Queens nigga don't boast.
Niggas
They
just
just be like-
cool, yo. You look at Nas. Nas is one
Nas,
of the
ooh.
biggest rappers, but he's one of the coolest niggas. You
Most
don't have-
humblest motherfucker
Yo,
I ever
yeah.
meet, man.
That's just
Shout out to my brother Nas, man.
that's just how I feel like that we roll when it comes from where we at, because like he said, it's a whole different world. Like we came up on Grandmaster Vic.
Right.
We came up on Clue. The hip hop scene for us is different because Russell is a Queens nigga.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Of
as
course.
much as people talk about the Bronx, hip hop for us is all Queens. We made it big.
Yeah, I feel like that.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas talk
feel
about the
like
Bronx or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cause we had
Corey Rooney,
strategy.
we go back to
Oh,
Corey Rooney.
shit. Oh, man.
We could go back, man. You know what I'm saying?
A long way. Fat Boys was from Brooklyn, but they was in Queens. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that got on was coming through Queens or some shit.
This is a long shot, but would it be possible a Nicki and Scarlett record? Let's see.
I mean, I will hope so. You know what I mean? As New York, it'd be big for hip.
Just because the way they spit their bars, you know, they go aggressive.
It'd be so huge for hip
Fly
hop.
Tie, you about to make that
Because one thing I will say, man,
Yeah.
you cannot take away, you know, the contributions that Nicki made to hip hop as a whole and
never.
the culture. You know what I mean? Like she's who she is. You know what I'm saying? Can never take that away from her. So it's like anybody doing a record with her would be big.
She's a global, like I said, she's one of the few global superstars out to this day.
Yeah.
Her, Drake, Ice Spice going that way. It ain't too many global niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about that have a budget to be global. You know what I'm saying? now,
Have a budget
you,
to be
gotta be,
global.
you need
that's a
a
t-shirt.
fucking global budget.
For real.
But do you think the Scarlett needs to? I feel like, let me not ask this question. I feel like Scarlett would need to have a bigger record and to become a bigger star for Nicki to get on the record.
Right.
with.
No, right. But I think that what I think that is, I think that Scarlett gotta naturally do what she do, what she's been doing, and people gonna naturally feed into her energy.
Okay.
Just like Cardi did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Cardi did. You know what I mean? It's like because when you hear her story, it's like anybody that come from the streets and that endured a bit of struggle is gonna relate. It's gonna resonate with them. You know what I'm saying? Like that, she been through some shit in her life. You know what I mean?
So I heard.
I mean, on an intimate level, where do you think she gets the confidence to show her face when she has the scar on her? Because you know, women get judged differently. A guy can have a scar.
I think with her is just she is who she is. You know what I'm saying? She's not ashamed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when I was saying earlier. You know, everything we've been through is a part of our life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I just think that she look at it like that. You know what I mean? But I also think that you know, that's what makes people fall for her too. You know what I mean? Because she's just so raw and so real and so natural with it. It's just more so like, yo, damn, it's like a breath of fresh air. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, yo, you know, she really gives me that DMX energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
And it's crazy because she signed to that camp.
Yeah, I know that.
She signed a D in Swiss. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she signed to that camp. So it's like I'm just so excited about to see how she, you know.
I'm anxious to see what y'all gonna do with her because, like I said, most of these labels go
And it's
with the
big for New
record
York,
that's out.
too. And it's big for New York.
Oh, we got rappers out right now.
No, we got rappers
We kind
out,
of
but
moving the needle again a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. But every contribution helps move the needle
Yeah,
further.
of course.
You know what I mean? So it's like
People have been saying the music scene in Atlanta is not what it used to be. It's been dying down a little bit. JD said ATL doesn't have a worldwide superstar. You living there, how do you feel the pulse of the culture is?
I mean, I don't know. You know, shout to JD, but I don't know how JD could say that. Future's from Atlanta. I feel like Future's a worldwide superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like 21 is a worldwide superstar. He just recently is able to go back to London and travel the country. He couldn't even never travel the country.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? I could go on and on. You know what I mean?
So you think that 21 Savage being on somebody's record is gonna break the record? Because that's a worldwide superstar. And you think that Future being on somebody's record is just gonna break the record and it's gonna spin everywhere? Because even if Future's hype, the only motherfucker that was really playing him in New York City was Clue. That's real.
Nah, man.
Come on, you
Future,
bugging.
bro?
Yo, bro, niggas was... Yo, bro, when I'm saying spinning, I'm talking about
commercially.
When I'm saying commercially spinning on the radio, I'm not talking about streaming.
Now, it was a big part of breaking him in New York.
I'm not talking about
No,
streaming.
listen, hold on.
Madness comes on.
You talking about one record.
But
No,
March Madness.
what you mean?
I'm talking
His
about
last record. He come with a hit every year.
Okay, but they're not playing it here. When's the last record Future? What's the last record Future was on in New York City?
Him, Teams, and Drake.
When?
What's the record? I'll wait for you.
Yeah,
you got
the,
that one.
the Don Toliver private landing. They was bumping that for a little. Yes, they was.
Don Toliver?
Yes, they was playing that in New York. Yes,
No.
That's how I was hearing it.
No.
I didn't hear it on the internet. I was like,
no.
Bro,
If you put Future with Drake, he's gonna spin in New York. What are y'all talking about? That's like Lotto wasn't getting spun here. Then they had to put Cardi on the record. Why? Because Cardi's a worldwide superstar. Now Lotto shit is getting spun every fucking where. These things matter. You nigga, if y'all put Drake and Tim's on the record with me, I'm selling out, nigga. What are y'all talking about? Give me Tim's and Drake and see what I do, nigga.
Maybe Drake, not Tim.
Come on. I'm talking about I'm talking about the melting pot. I don't need Tim's. I'm just making the point of if Tim's and Drake is on anybody's record, Heineken could go out there with Tim's and Drake.
But
it's up. It's up.
Look,
It's up. I don't know no rapper.
For sure. But I think that to get back what you said, I don't feel like the music scene is dying down.
I've heard that from people in ATL saying that it ain't the same.
I mean, I just feel like, you know, Thug was, shout out to my brother Thug, man. Free Thug, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, speaking of Thug, me and Thug actually did a partnership together, a joint venture with YSL and my company for one of my artists, my pop artists. Yeah, so that's my partner.
How's that going with the situation with Thug? Is he slowing it down?
I think Thug coming home, man. You know what I mean? He gonna have to sit down for a little while. But that case is bullshit, man. Thug coming home, man.
Is that hope or do you know something?
I believe that. No, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody else don't know. But
because for me, it don't look promising to me with all of these different things and people supposedly singing, not just one, many. You know what I'm saying?
The problem with Thug's situation, the DA, Shorty, she needs that conviction in order for her to go after Trump.
But she's going,
that's the problem.
But she's going too hard and she's doing.
Because she got to go for Trump.
But she's doing shit that's really hurting her case.
What black women do we know that don't go hard when they mad?
No, but yeah, she got to go because if she don't convict Thug, how's she gonna go after Trump?
Gucci lawyer just said that. You didn't see the motion that they had it all. They were saying, man, that Thug trial is definitely gonna end up being a mistrial. The case is garbage.
We seen YNW Melly's mistrial. It could be possible.
I believe my brother getting around that, man. Free Thug.
Listen, it's a lot of people doing different crimes and nobody's looking at them. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on whether he should be there or if he should be there. I'm just saying from what I'm looking at, I feel like they're trying to bring so many charges against this man so they can get one.
No, that's because all the other charges they got is
bullshit. The bullshit, I know that. So they could get one, something that's gonna
But here's
stick.
the problem too. The propaganda, I just saw a stat, and it might be made up. since Thug and Lucci all been
I saw
locked.
that dumb
Yeah,
shit.
you seen
What's the
that
stat?
shit?
What's the
They
stat?
said the crime in Atlanta been
The
down
murder rate,
32.
the murder rate
Yeah.
dropped 35.
So
You see
why?
the- you see the play? You see the play,
So it's
Ty?
because of Lucci and Thug that the
Them
crime is
two
down.
by 33%. Them two guys is responsible for 1/3 of the murders.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy, Ty.
That's bullshit.
That's crazy. And this is why I'm saying she's trying to make an impact. Because
She probably put that bullshit out.
Yo,
They put that shit out.
they're trying to insinuate that since these niggas is going 1/3 of the murders,
33%.
they just rolled up on the girl and shot her in the car service. Like, come on, it's wild, and everybody know it's wild down there, bro.
Yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah,
you
Atlanta out
get
of
your head
control.
knocked
Atlanta
off.
out of control.
Everybody knows it's wild out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a different vibe, but I think that the music vibe. I just think the music goes round and round.
Mhm.
All right, Atlanta. I think people are just so used to Atlanta with all the rappers for so long because they had a hold on it for a long time.
Yeah.
For sure. A real
Because
7-8 years.
To me, it's like 15.
I think it could have been longer, Ty. I'm telling you,
I said by
because
03.
niggas was going down to Atlanta to just work with niggas because you know you could break a record down south simpler than you can out here.
Think about how many dudes
Sure.
lived there. 50 lived there for a moment. Puffy was living out
Puffy
there for
was
a
there.
moment.
French was living.
Ross,
Yes.
Ross still.
Boozy,
Ross still lives
lives
there.
out there. The only dude I never heard that lived out there was Jay-Z.
Yeah, me neither. I never heard.
Yeah, nah, Jay never lived there.
Yeah, but other than that, everybody else had lived in Atlanta for at least 18 months.
Yeah, people go down there. I just feel like they're used to it being a hot
Yeah.
spot, and everything goes round
love
and round. On New York, we was down for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The West Coast been down for a long time. They only got a couple of rappers out there that's
All that
pushing
shit
the
turn.
needle.
That shit just like a what's the name, man. It's like a revolving what's the name. Like we lost it for a minute, now we getting it back.
Mm-hmm.
They might lose. Atlanta might lose it for a minute, then it'll come right back. You know what I mean? That's just how this shit go. The West Coast,
Are you gonna tell them why though, Ty?
the West Coast ain't had nothing in a while.
Are you gonna tell them why though, Ty? Because the powers that be, that's what they do. They see what's hot and what's not. When there's an untapped market, if the West Coast got a rapper that's legit, you see what they did with Kendrick. They go hard with them. You see what they do with Snoop and them when they had their wave. Watch the West Coast gonna get another wave again.
Yeah.
They're gonna wanna need
That's what I'm
it.
saying. Yeah, I agree.
They're gonna send their money over there and say, you know what, Ty, give me a West Coast rapper now. And Ty gonna be like, I got one. We got a budget for them, and let's push the needle with them right now. That's what they do. That's the same thing of we can't let the East get so powerful. We can't let the West get so powerful. You let it be down south. The down south niggas was just making their money. They wasn't doing what Suge Knight and them niggas was doing.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? Suge Knight and them was thugging. The down south niggas just like, let me get my money, let me put the music out, and I got the goons with me too. But I'm not pushing the needle.
But the
way.
goons was their last resort for them in down south. It's very rare.
I think it's the first resort because they don't have to talk about it.
I think because I've never been around the only time I've seen down south dudes bring the goons is when they feel like their ROI was disrespected. Like, yo, I paid for this. You ain't calling me back. It's on. Versus I'm coming with the thug shit.
What you think, Kyle?
I agree.
Hmm?
You think that they come with the thug shit later? They come with the business 1st
Mhm.
Absolutely.
and they come with the thug shit. Is that why they was winning for so long?
Yeah, they had the money. And they weren't afraid to spend it. There's no labels down south. And they're hungry. They're like, how we gonna get our shit out here? New Yorkers don't come from selling CDs out the trunk. We would drop it off to the, Africans and let them sell our shit. These guys is popping the trunk, selling it. You know what type of courage and balls that take? To know that a person might be like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
You think that takes courage and balls? I was just starving and I wanted to eat. I don't think that I knew about being courageous with music.
Because artists are so sensitive about their music.
Yeah, for sure.
So when they're selling and you like, no, that's a dangerous thing. Depending, that's my experience on it. Living down south, living up here, being around, I would see it. I'm like,
It's a different mentality. And I think I'm in the head. I think because we have the labels in our backyard.
We have everything.
Everything's right here.
New York is the mecca of music, man.
Downtown. Everything right downtown. You want to go to Sony, you want to go to Atlantic. Everything is in one. You can drive right around from 26th Street to 50-something Street.
What's
and you
that?
can get
2 mile radius?
Every fucking label's right there.
All three of the majors.
So why would they go outside and sell their music? But the key is this, y'all. Imagine if you did, and the labels is in the backyard. That's a bigger check. Instead of saying, let me take my music and give it to the label, put some money behind your shit and come out the trunk. Do something different. Don't just put it on streaming and all that. Put it up there and put some
back to the old days.
Put some marketing promotion. If you put a street team out right now, you'll be the biggest thing in fucking New York City. You know why? 'Cause
Fast.
nobody's doing it.
And it's the visibility of it.
Find your mark, make your mark, get signed, do your thing.
Fly Tide, thank you for the transparency, man.
Word up.
Man, thank y'all for
Y'all appreciate you debuting on Bagfuel. I appreciate you being willing to come up here just to do the show and to show us love.
That means a lot, man.
And I appreciate you being candid and allowing us to ask you questions that I know would be uncomfortable with most niggas.
It's all good, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Like I said, I love what y'all doing, man.
I appreciate
Just
that,
keep it up, man. You know what I mean?
We will.
Epic Records.
BQE.
Yeah, they've been working on that.
Epic over everybody.
Yeah.
It's the green world. Y'all know what it is, man. We here.
Queens get the money.
Shout out to my man Craze, too, in the back, acting
Shout
like...
out to Craig, shout out to Goldie Mac too, my man.
salute to
Shout out to my
Goldie,
man Goldie
everybody.
Mac. You know what I mean? We out of here.